Welcome back to another episode of Quarantine Marketing. My name is Alex Dablowski, founder of Oceanus Digital, and I'm so excited to be here on this show today because today we're going to be talking about the importance of CRMs. And if you guys don't know what CRMs are, they're called Customer Relationship Management Systems. Haha, let's get started. To begin this podcast, I first want to apologize to our fans, and they've been reaching out to us and they've been asking, where have we been this month of August? Well, the quite honest answer is me and my whole team have been on vacation. You know, we're people, we like to relax as well, and we haven't got a chance to record any new videos, any new content. But from now on, you guys are going to see new content being published day in, every single Wednesday, every single Thursday. I don't know, I was going to say day in and day out, but it's every single Wednesday, every single Thursday at 5 p.m. Check your YouTube channel and subscribe. Please make sure to subscribe below right here. But today, let's talk about CRMs and how we were able to go on vacation for 1 month and be able to catch up with every single little thing that our clients have been doing and keep up with their work. The reason we were able to do that is because we have a very powerful system, and it's called HubSpot. We're not going to talk about HubSpot itself, but we are going to mention the importance of CRMs. I cannot stress enough the importance of having a customer relationship management system within your organization. It's important. Why? We talk to people almost every single day. If you remember back in the day, we go to the events and we write little notes down of, oh my God, I got to follow up with this person because he has A, B, and C that I'm interested in. I want to, collaborate with him in some way. I want to build a partnership with him in some way. He is a hot lead for me. He needs what I have. We used to write that on our little what's it called? I'm saying what's it called because I'm forgetting what they are. Business cards. Now it's LinkedIn. That is our business card. That's where people find all of our information. And we used to go back and put into our Excel spreadsheets, etc., etc. But in the time of social living and social selling, which we are in right now, I don't have friends to network with other than Zoom. I network with everything on Zoom, so I have to write everything down. I record every single one of my calls nowadays, and I make sure to go back to every single call I've had with each individual person prior to our meeting. So what is the importance of a CRM? Well, it gathers all the data, all the conversations, all the notes, all the emails, all the phone calls that you have had in the past. It's very important. Why? Because we meet hundreds and thousands of people on a day-to-day basis. If you're a good salesperson, just like myself, and you're consistently reaching out and you're consistently networking with people, you want to write all that information down because you forget some of key ingredients, key conversations that you might have had with that person. One thing I do, let me rewind a little bit back, and I'll tell you exactly what I do with a CRM system. I use HubSpot, but there are many more different systems such as Salesforce that you can use to make sure you are leveraging all the data for your clients, for your partners, for anything that you're doing for your prospects, and putting all that information in. It's important, very, very important. Please make sure you do it. But when we go back to what I do on a day-to-day basis when I'm meeting with a prospective client, a partner, regardless of the situation, or even somebody that I'm not going to make a sale with, I'll write all the notes down. In my contact database, you will see notes and phone calls and emails of every single email, every single phone call that I've made, and every single bit of important information that I have to write down in our CRM about that specific individual. The reason why I do that is because CRMs, Customer Relationship Management System, speaks for itself. It's all about building relationships. So if you are able to go back to your CRM and pick up a conversation that you had 6 months ago and be able to bring that to your next meeting, which is a sales call, by the way, It is a sales call. You're ready to sell this person on your services, whatever those services may be, whether you're a digital marketing agency, whether you're a restaurant, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're an accountant. You're able to go back and discuss the conversations that you had in the past. How cool would that be? How important do you think that is to the customer? Think about it. Very important. And the reason why I'm saying it's very important is because I might have had a conversation about Betsy with Joe on how Betsy fell off her bike, hurt her knee, he had a big scrape. He had to go to the hospital. They had to get stitches. Very bad scenario. But Matt, do you think you're going to remember that in about 8 to 6 months or 8 months to a year? I probably wouldn't. I meet too many people to remember that stuff. But if I write it down, I'll be able to follow up. And if I start the conversation with, "Hey, Joe, how's Betsy doing? How's her knee? Are you seeing the scars? Is everything okay? Is she getting better with the bike now?" Think about the value and think about the importance that you're going to build with that prospective client by just simply asking one simple question about one of their family members, the daughter, because they're hurt. She hurt her knee. And yes, we obviously, right now I sound like I don't care about certain people because I forgot 8 months ago, but we meet thousands of people on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. So it's really hard to really tune in all that data that goes into our head about what happened with so-and-so. It's nearly impossible. But with CRM systems, you are able to plug all that information in. You're able to go back to that information. You're able to recall all the past promises you've made. And if you're going back to a meeting and let's say you haven't fulfilled the promise, let's say you said you're going to bring some value to some person and you go back and you listen to your phone call from a year ago and you know you're meeting with this person, you don't want to give them any leverage. You don't want to give them any leverage. Well, like, Alex, you told me you're going to write me a little proposal in regards to how you're going to manage my social media accounts. And let's say I never did that because the client was just not a right fit at that time and place. Now they are. So what I'm going to do before our phone call is say, "Hey, Greg," let's say Greg is my prospective client now that I haven't talked to in a year, and say, "Hey, just so you know, here is the proposal I wanted to send to you a year ago. I'm not sure if you received it. I'm not sure if I ever sent it, but I wanted to make sure that you have it." Think about the perception that you're building right now in Greg's head by just providing that simple information that, wow, this guy is brilliant. He went back, he looked back at our past conversations, he knows everything that's going on, he's clearly on top of his game. You're already providing value and you're solidifying yourself as an authority in that person's mind, saying, "This guy got his stuff together." In my world, got his shit together. I like to have my shit together. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we say things. Think about how many times have you said things that you're gonna do but never did. I know I have. But I always get them done one way or another before I meet with that person again. The reason why is because I have a CRM system. It's important. It's very important. I'm able to go back to my conversations and my promises that I made and fulfill them to my prospective client. They may have forgot a year ago that, hey, he's going to write a little social media plan for me. This is awesome. This is great. But sometimes we forget. We have too many conversations, and we're human beings at the end of the day. We're not robots. We have these systems for a reason, to remind us of things we need to do. Yep, I didn't do something. I'm going to fulfill my promise the next time I see this person, regardless of how late it is and regardless of my situation. Because sometimes when it's not the right fit, we decide not to do it. It's happened to me, and it's okay if it happens to you. Try to limit those things. If you make a promise, at the end of the day, don't think I'm saying if you make a promise, don't fulfill it. At the end of the day, if you promise somebody you're going to get something to them next week, make sure you get it to them next week. CRM systems are also great in creating different sequences of emails, right? You kind of look at a CRM system and you could see what When they open your emails, you can see how many times you have to send an email to one person in order to get an answer from them. You can really see what really captures their attention when you go back to it. It's really just a timeline sheet for you, right? Without this timeline sheet, you don't know what kind of conversations you've had. You don't know what kind of emails you've sent. You don't know how you might have ticked them off at a specific time that you're starting to realize 3 months later. Like, man, why did I send this email to them during this time? Some things just come into head a little bit later, and it's all right. With the CRM system, I use HubSpot, and hopefully HubSpot sees what I'm doing for them right here. But HubSpot is great because when I first started with HubSpot, I had nobody. But yet HubSpot gave me a free CRM tool to keep up with my day-to-day activities. They were able to let me know when I can track all my phone calls. They're allowing me to keep thousands and thousands of contacts in their CRM system absolutely for free. I was able to plug all the emails in, and quite frankly, I was able to send emails right from HubSpot and even schedule them. So if I wanted to work at night, but I did not want to email a client at 9:58 p.m., just to be like, why is this guy sending me emails this late? I could have scheduled my emails ahead of time. I can schedule all my cold call emails and direct emails to the people I wanted to outreach to and set up a call with, and schedule everything ahead. So at the end of the day, when I wake up in the morning, I can focus on making more sales rather than continuously prospecting. Yeah, I already sent those emails are going to be sent to me automatically, and it's absolutely free. So if you don't have a CRM system, try HubSpot. It's free. Do it. You're going to see all the powerful tools that they have. Another thing with having CRMs, you can pull up reports of everything that you have done that week or the weeks prior or even prior year. You can see who you have contacted 6 months ago, who you have contacted a year ago. You could set up different sequences of contacting these people. If they open your email but haven't followed up with you in the next 8 hours, you could simply create an email that sets up a sequence of saying, hey, I noticed that you opened my email. You haven't got a chance to respond, and I understand you may be busy, but I'm hoping we can get on a 15-minute phone call so I could provide some value to you and tell you how you can make more money with my services. How incredibly powerful is that? Think about the brand image you're putting into that person's head. Now, a lot of people tell me, like, well, I don't want to send too much emails to piss off a client or piss off a prospect. You're right, and you're wrong. It depends on your customer. You have to understand your customer. So with that person that you're trying to reach out to or prospect, you essentially have to put a different sequence in for them, right? I mean, some people may want to see all your information on a daily basis. They just slow to react and slow to get back to you and still thinking about the process. That's the person I am. I had some people consistently reach out to me. Now, my inbox gets flooded with their emails, but they're my first person top of mind that I'm going to go to and do business with once I'm ready. I'll eventually send them an email. It's like, hey, I got it. I'm listening. Please follow up with me in 1 month. And they will. And these are people I like to work with that essentially have their shit together. So, guys, what I'm trying to say today to you is, if you don't have a CRM system, freaking download it. It's free. There are so many different platforms that integrate with everything you're doing, with all the different applications that are out there that help make your sales process so much easier. I am shaking over here on my chair of just wanting to get to you and making you understand how important CRM systems are. So if you haven't done so, please go ahead and download it. If you want to talk to me about properly using a CRM system, please reach out to me. You guys know how to find me. I'm right here. Just write a comment right below under this video and say, hey, Alex, reach out to me, and I will make sure to do that. Guys, but thank you for joining me today. Just so you know, this is Quarantine Marketing. We're a podcast making sure to push entrepreneurs to that next level. Focus on your mindset, focus on your sales tactics, and making sure you're understanding the world of marketing, of what it is today. Guys, we're in a new world, completely new world of doing business. So if you're not keeping up with everything that's going on, you're going to fall behind. So do yourself a favor, subscribe to our channel is the number one thing. Continue listening to our free, valuable content that we have to provide to you. And make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We're there and we're giving valuable information every single day to all those young entrepreneurs that are looking to be successful and create a marketing agency or a platform that is going to, at the end of the day, help consumers as well as help themselves. Thank you guys. See you soon.